You might be wondering, what on earth does a 2,500-year-old empire have to do with a community get-together in modern-day Auckland? Well, today, we're exploring that very connection, an amazing journey from one of the world's great cradles of civilization to a thriving community right here in New Zealand.
So that's the big question, right? How does a legacy of ancient empires and philosophies that literally changed the world find a new voice, a new home, all the way on the other side of the planet? To really get it, we've got to go way, way back.
See, to understand what's happening in Auckland, you first have to understand where it all started. So let's journey back to the ancient region we now call Bihar, a place that was once, and this is no exaggeration, at the very center of the intellectual and political world.
And wow, the history here is just immense. We're talking about the Magadha Kingdom, one of the world's first real superpowers. This is the very land where both Gautama Buddha and Lord Mahavira shared teachings that would go on to shape global philosophy forever. And get this, centuries before places like Oxford or Cambridge even existed, there was Nalanda University, a legendary hub of learning that drew the brightest minds from all over Asia. This whole idea of learning and knowledge is so important. It's baked right into the name itself. The name Bihar actually comes from the Sanskrit word vihara, which means a monastery or a place of learning. The region's whole identity is tied to education. But here's the thing. That powerful legacy didn't just get stuck in the history books. Nope, it evolved. It turned into a modern spirit of resilience and a deep, deep respect for education that's been passed down through generations and across continents. And you can see that legacy playing out all over the world today. Seriously, people with roots in Bihar are making waves in pretty much every field you can think of, from the tech hubs of Silicon Valley to hospitals in London, and yes, right here in New Zealand. That same drive for knowledge and achievement continues to make an impact. Okay, so that global journey brings our story full circle, right back here to Auckland. New Zealand has become home to a really dynamic community. From Bihar and the neighboring state of Jharkhand, we're talking professionals, students, and families building new lives, but still deeply connected to their origins. Now, for any community living far from home, having an organization to lean on is absolutely crucial. And for folks here, the Bihar Jharkhand Sabha, or BJSM, has become that rock. Their mission is so important, keeping cultural traditions alive, helping out newcomers, and just creating that sense of belonging. You know, one community member, Binod Jha, put it perfectly. He said there's just this profound joy in seeing the community from your home thrive in a new place. It really speaks to that fundamental human need we all have to stay connected to our roots, our heritage, and our stories. That's the powerful work groups like BJSM are doing.
In fact, people in the community don't even call it a social group. They have a much better name for it, a family ecosystem. And that just says it all, doesn't it? When your own family is thousands of miles away, this community becomes your family. It's your support system, your home away from home. So, this upcoming celebration we've been talking about, it's a really big deal because it also marks a huge milestone for this whole community. We're talking about a decade and a half of building this incredible network across the globe. That's right, the Bihar Jharkhand Sabha is celebrating 15 years of community service, not just here, but all around the world. And that's not just a number, you know? It really shows the dedication and hard work that's gone into building this from the ground up. And you can really feel that journey in this quote from one member who remembered how it all started. From just 4 or 5 families getting together, it slowly grew and it became a family. That's how real communities are built. All right, so you've got this amazing history, this deep culture, and this incredible community spirit, and it is all coming together for one big event right here in Auckland, the celebration of Bihar Diwas. Okay, so pull out your calendars because you are going to want to save this date. March 22nd, 2026, the Auckland chapter of the Bihar Jharkhand Sabha is hosting a huge celebration for Bihar Diwas, which actually marks the founding of the modern state of Bihar.
And it sounds like it's going to be an absolutely fantastic day. You can expect all sorts of vibrant cultural performances. We're talking traditional music and dance, but it's also just a great chance to connect with friends, old and new. And of course, the food, a chance to enjoy those authentic dishes that just taste like home.
The team in Auckland, led by President Bhrigu Bhaskar and supported by the entire executive team and its founding members, are extending a really warm invitation to everyone. And they mean everyone. This isn't just for people from the region, it's for anyone who's curious about a rich and ancient culture. It's about sharing this heritage with the wider New Zealand community.
So,
As we start to wrap this up, it's pretty clear that this event is so much more than just a party or a day of festivities. It's a living, breathing link in a chain that stretches back thousands of years.
Yeah, this celebration is really doing two things at once. It's about looking back and honoring that incredible, deep history of Bihar, but it's also about looking forward, strengthening those community bonds today, and making sure that spirit of unity is passed on to the next generation.
And that kind of leaves us with a final big question. In a world that's always changing, how does a community keep a story that's thousands of years old alive and meaningful? Well, the answer is right here. It's by gathering, by celebrating, by sharing food and stories, and by reminding each other that no matter how far you go, you always carry your history with you.